Hello, hello. Okay, so I like to know your opinion about the video, of course. I have more pictures to show later because there was also a photo shoot, of course, with the car. Um, okay, so first thing that we're gonna do today, we are going to move these here one stud further out. Uh, First, because of stability. Second, because there's a gap between. So basically, I want it to be flush with this, so it sits in here, in this gap. So just up to this. Well, drink something, for for fuck's sake. Drink something. You don't want to dehydrate. Hmm. Right. Right. Okay. Hmm. So let's do this set first. Yeah. Let's see if we can do this, because this is so flimsy. Yeah, much better. No, it cannot escape. Okay. Ah, no. You go here, and you go here. Ow! I'm hurting myself. Okay, there. Okay. Right. Okay. I'm still going forward to this, even though there's tiny, tiny issue here, but we'll solve it. We'll solve it when we get there. There. much better. Yeah, better. Now, the issue that we have. Since I have now spread these two apart, we have to spread these two, these here, apart as well. Obviously, we cannot move this pivot further out here because we're limited here by this here, and there's no way for us to move it. So we are going to replace the 3-stud connector, 3-stud lift arm, sorry, with a contraption. So basically we are going to use this, and we'll see how it goes. It's a little bit more complicated, but in the end I think it will be okay. So like this. Right. You see? Now I wanted, of course, to have this support structure here to sit here flush against the connector on both sides, so that the hood is not moving side to side, because when this was not there, you know, there was potential for the hood to not sit properly, but now it's actually forced to sit in properly. So these two make sure that it cannot move side to side. Yeah, nice. Of course, this thing can be probably done better, and we may explore that. I already see how it can be done better, since this is a 90-degree connector. We can use let's see how far down it goes. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. What? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, there's potential. Yeah. I mean, we are still gonna use these here, but this is gonna be a little cleaner. Let's do this. Since we're here. Why not? So I will use this guy and this, and then this. No, wait. I didn't think this through, did I? No, I didn't think this through. Because we can do it simpler. We can use this here and use this, and then we can have it like that. There. I think this is gonna be the way to go. There. Yep. This replaces this and looks nicer. think it's, well, maybe not less parts intensive, but come on. Oh my god. Jeez. Hello. Thank you for the video. Yeah, I mean, you know, the problem is that at the moment it's still cold outside, and you're pretty limited what you can do. So you know, we made the best out of the weather and the lighting conditions. So, attempt number 2. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Much cleaner. See, the hinges are now much better. Come on, yeah, okay. Okay, there. I think that's done. Now the next thing that we're gonna do, of course, now that we know that the hinges are gonna stay here, we are gonna retire these here, and we're gonna disassemble this a little bit to be able to have a pin through here. So the black pin here is going to be replaced by a blue pin, so that we can put our hinges in here. Let's see, how much do we have to disassemble? Okay. And I just discovered another weak point here. See, this guy here is not connected to this. We have to change this somehow, because this can happen, and I don't like this. I mean, in the current situation, this is gonna make our job here easier by replacing the pin, obviously, but it's not ideal. There. Now the hinge here can be placed directly onto this. So no contraption here needed. So let's see, what can we do about this guy? Actually, again, our friend or our friends these here. Yeah, my favorite part that I run out of. So at the moment I don't have any, so I'm going to use these. No, I can't. Obviously, I cannot use them. I have to wait for my favorite part. Yeah. Damn it. Is there any other way to do this? Maybe have a more interesting solution. If I turn this around, no, we have to wait for the postman to bring me more of these. So at the moment, that's what it's gonna be, and we're gonna return to this later. So let's do the other side. to open the door like a proper human being. Okay, this is gonna be a bit trickier. Not too much. Come on. Ah. There she goes. To bend this car so much. Okay. And of course, misplace this. There. What? Where did you come from? Okay. Whatever. Did I get any scuffs? I guess the quarter panel in the rear got some scuff marks. Yeah, but you know, I don't care. It's you know, battle scars. I know. I mean, I should have placed something under it, but didn't have anything. So okay, our hinges are now very good. Okay, now we have this. Here is gonna be, of course, the black part. So the dashboard and the window part. We're gonna change these, of course, for something else. But yeah. So today, one of the things that I want to do is make the bumper a little bit better than it is. Yeah, I mean, I can change those panels. I have like a box full of them, so I don't care, and they're like cheap as dirt. What did I do now? Okay. At least we have picture in picture again, not unlike last time. Okay, so bumper. The bumper needs to be done a little bit differently. So you see, first, what's bothering me. So when I pick the car up, I don't want this to happen. So when I pick the car up on both sides, I want this part here in front to be strong. So the bendy thing here, no, because everything else is pretty strong and feels pretty strong. Nothing is bending and everything. So we need to fix this. One of the things is gonna be that we need at least two attachment points on each side. So one is not enough because it creates a pivot. And yeah, it's not gonna be that simple. At least it's not gonna be this simple. And another thing that we need to create is that the original Sierra. Let me bring up a picture. Where do I have some pictures? here. If we take a look at this picture here, we can see some black lines on the bumper, and the bumper itself here, like here, is a little bit thicker. So just above the blinkers, the blinkers, the headlights. Now I have no idea how to recreate this, but it does give, it breaks up the lines a little bit, and I would like to have some sort of black line here. If we were a Lego here, we would use stickers. But since I dislike stickers, we need to figure out something else. So obviously the blinkers are in here. The headlights, of course, are here. These are the openings for the brake cooling intakes. There's probably some parts that can be used here to make the brake duct intake a little more detailed, to add that certain something. I must research this a little bit more, but that's not our main concern today. Our main concern is we do have two of these, and this is the number plate. I want to recreate some of the detail here. Now, could we use hinges here? Could we use perhaps hinges? No, I don't think so. Because we could place this guy here, and then we could have a strip of bricks, of plates going around here. But this would make everything way too thick. I don't like this. I rather omit the detail on the front bumper and have the front bumper white entirely, and just have the black black stripes on the side, because the side needs the black stripes, just to divide the upper and lower halves of the side profile a little bit, because otherwise it's just gonna be a white wall. So we need some plates. I don't know. I would prefer, some plates. I don't know. Here. Yeah, exactly here. Perfect. They need to be exactly here. Plates that go here. Need to figure out how to attach them, because it's not gonna be easy. But there's probably a way. I'm pretty sure there's a way to do this. But yeah, not gonna obsess about it. But we need to fix this. So let's take this out, and we need to figure out now where our attachment points for the bumper can be. As high as possible, but we are a little bit limited here. A little bit. We are going to change the bumper design here. See, this part here is L 3 times 5 times 3 L plate. We're gonna make it 3 stud lift arm, 5 stud lift arm again, and we're gonna change this part here. So this part here is it's 3 stud lift arm. We're gonna change it, so it's gonna be too thin too thin lift arms that are gonna create this L. And then these here are not gonna be stacked like this, but they're gonna be basically what I use for the lights here. We're gonna use something like this so that the bumper connects directly to it here. And then we are free to create a gap of, let's say, one stud, and then have it placed below. So we would then use this here, and we would replace this again with these here. That would create another point. But of course, the limiting factor is: do these exist in white? Can someone research if these and so these two, do these exist in white? That's the $1,000,000 question. If they don't exist in white, we need to figure out something else. But that would be ideal. So where do we begin? Let's start on the top. Okay. I forgot how flimsy I built this bumper. Okay. So these come in here. Chat, do these parts exist in white or not? I would like to know. Do these parts exist in white? Hmm? Now we need to be careful. Very careful. Because these here, this here, needs something to go all the way through here. So we have a double print here. What do I do here? That's tricky. I don't want to use an axle, but looks like I'll have to. A 6-stud axle, but no, I don't. No, I won't use a 6-stud axle. I will use a 5-stud axle. Back. 5-stud. So the triangle exists. Okay, that's good to know. What about the 3x3L? Perfect. Perfect. I really hope they are not rare. What? What, Daranator? What do you want? So Daranator here in the chat is the guy who made the video. He's responsible for the way it looks, for the production, for filming it, for basically putting up with me. But okay. Is it? If you take the blame, I'm fine with that. As long as I don't have to be responsible. Okay. Well, the photos, I have not shared the photos in a big capacity yet. The video had priority, but the photos are gonna leak, you know, they're gonna leak, slowly leak to the public. But yeah, I mean, he made great photos. You saw the photo on the thumbnail of the video. I think it's a great photo. Okay. Oh, okay. That hurts. Now we have to be creative. Right. So these are going in here. Yep. And these are gonna be connected to this. via well, I hope not. They're gonna leak like a BMW gearbox. Fast. Oh, you're distracting me. It has to be like this, of course. Yeah. There. There, and another round here. What? Really? Okay, yeah, really. There and there, yeah. There. There. They want 90 bucks for a Flickr Pro account. Okay. I mean, imagine that, huh? How many services of those online accounts would have been brought to the man or to the people if they would be a bit cheaper, if the corporations would not be so greedy. People would probably opt for more. More people would pay for them. Okay, so this is looking good. You have to imagine it all in white, of course, with this part here being black. So use some imagination. So now we have attachment points, attachment options here that we have to make use of. As said here, this one is probably gonna be, we're gonna use something like this. And now we have to think of what to do here. Do we have something here or here? The further apart they are, the better. I would probably opt for here down below, but we need to offer this up to the car to see what's up. So let's do this. I'm just gonna temporarily attach this. Okay. Don't get wasted. Or should I say, don't get too wasted. Okay, so obviously we need to go one stud further in here. This, okay. One stud further in, and then we need to think of something here. Okay, so let's imagine what could we do here to be interesting. Okay, I will do something like this. So I have the attachment point here as close to this, and it needs to be here. Yeah. There. There. Perfect. So the upper attachment points are here. See, much smaller than before. So we use less and less material. There. Okay. So obviously now it's one step higher and everything is flimsier. And now we need to attach this lower part. So as low as possible. And we should attach it here because this is gonna give us a bigger lever here. Okay. I am going to do just that. Where is the link? Come on. Oh, Telegram. Never change. There. There we go. Some pictures. Okay. Where were we? Yeah. About this here. Since this is, I think it's 5 stats high. It's 5 stats high. We could, yeah, we could make something work here. I can. Okay. Can I? I cannot seem to do that. Like this. There. I think this is the best I can do. Anyway, I mean I posted them into Discord as well, so people know. I'll post the link to the photos in the charger video and here, so it's gonna be fine. People are gonna see it. Right. Now I'm thinking here with our current project. What do we do here? If we just place, I don't know, something like this. And why do you not light this up? There we go. Much better lighting. So I could use this and then attach something here. But I could, what can I do here? The problem is the wheels. Or are they? No, they're not a problem. Here at the bottom, the wheels are not such a problem. Drink responsibly. So don't do anything I wouldn't. What can we do here? Obviously, I want the bumper to attach to this part here. To this part. This here. Where do I have? I don't know. I mean, something like this. We could use something like this, yeah. Mhm. That's a niner. So, I mean, I have to now set the stage here. So these would be our attachment points for the lower part of the bumper. What can we do to attach them to? What could we attach them to? Maybe simpler than that. We can use another set of 90-degree connectors. And do a crazy contraption here. Let's see. Let's go from reverse. So basically from the bumper downwards and see what the options here could be. Let's do it on this side so you can see it better. If we have the bottom part a 90-degree angle, it would work. It would fucking work. Hold on. There. And now we have this like a three-step axle. This, this, this. Obviously, we need to attach this somehow, but I'm just putting it on. Okay, yeah, that would work. We just need to find an attachment point for this so it doesn't pivot and we can remove it without consequence. Very good, very good. Okay. good in theory, but not so good in execution, I guess. I'm gonna do the other side as well, because this is probably the way to go, I think. Oh, for fuck's sake. There. What? If what is for real? Hmm? We could go here. Or fix this part here. Hmm. I guess if I put this in here, so basically like that, this will not help at all. We cannot attach anything to this because it has to be removable. So we only have this to work with. Oh, you mean this? I'm thinking, you know, it may not be the. I mean, I'm just trying to find a way to attach the bumper. It's not like I'm saying, yeah, that's the final product. No, I'm just thinking. I don't know what to do here. I'm lost basically. It's it's just a thought experiment because maybe when I do this, uh, when I do this, something's gonna spring to mind, and I'm gonna say, oh yeah, that's so much better. Um, I mean, I do have. I'm getting a few ideas that are probably gonna be much better than this. Just, just, just a second. There is probably a good way to do this. Um, at least for the top, I have a better idea. But for the bottom, I would preferably like if they would be like unified, so that we have the same solution for the top and the bottom. And I think there are options. There are options. So what we could do, what we could do, I would still prefer pins, of course. I would prefer pins. And what we could do is something along the lines of this. This. This could be. I mean, I am not happy about this, but I could live with it. Basically, what would happen is that we have pin connectors here. We would remove this and put this in instead. Obviously, we can alleviate some of the slack by doing this. Still slack. Yeah, we can put, yeah, a 6 stud connector here. 6 stud pin here. Come on. Piece of shit. Ah. Same every time. There. So there, the slack is now acceptable. And now we can have pins here and here. So instead of what we have here, we would have pin connection. Pin connections. There. Like this, the other way around. Here, and we need something on the bottom as well. Something easily digestible. For now, I'm gonna use this, but in the future we can, we should use other parts that I don't have at the moment. Come on. Of course. The other side as well. Okay. Okay, that's a lot better. Do I like it? No, I don't. Why don't I like it? Let me show you. I think this is too close. No, it's not. Doesn't hit. Doesn't hit. No matter what I do, it's not gonna hit this pin. So it's okay. So it's okay. Yeah. I think that's much better. And it's easily removable and can be easily attached. Some slack, but it's not really a weight bearing or a structural part, and this slack is perfectly acceptable. You when you lift the car, you can feel the slack here, of course, but it's nothing, you know. It's fine. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. Mm. Now I'm looking at the picture of the real car to see if we're missing something. But no, I think, yeah, that's it. Obviously now these areas here need to be worked out because it looks ugly. But other than that, it's pretty much good. This is good. We can leave the gap here as is. There's no LP in the charger. There's no room. We have discussed this here in the chat ad infinitum. So no room in the engine bay. There's no height, no nothing. Charger is gonna be powered either by hand, so by the hand of God steering, or electrically. That's how it's gonna be. In the Sierra, however, we have proven that there's enough room for pneumatic engines. So this car is made for pneumatic engines. That's why we have a huge engine bay for inland engines only so far, because the V engines are probably not gonna fit between the struts. Yeah. Okay. Right. So let's see, what about the grill? What can we do about the grill? The grill, of course, needs a fixed angle, and then in the next episode, we're probably gonna extend this with the lights. Christian, do you like our bumper attachment now? I think it's much better. Yeah, it's fine. I wonder. What's the angle here? Could we get away with something? Probably not, but you know. Angle-wise, we would be fine if we could see the angle wise this is fine, but ideally it would be, the angle would be like this, but it's not gonna happen. So this is useless. Now the problem here is how to attach the angle, and we're probably gonna have to be creative with these here, with the slopes, and use one of them to attach the bumper, um, the bumper, the grill, because we want the angle to be something like this, so it smoothly transitions. It's, so it smoothly transitions into the hood. But at the same time, we don't want anything visible holding it here. So we can attach something that attaches it, so that fixes the angle here to these, or use them to be the attachment, which is again tricky. And one other thing that we need to keep in mind, the Ford logo that's present on the Sierra, you know where it is? I'll show you. It's here, in the middle one. So we need a stud here. Or basically something. I mean, again, if this was Lego, they would just put a sticker here. Problem solved. What we can do, and we are probably have to do, is put the Ford logo in here. So basically it's gonna be in the center of the grill. Still, we need to keep the angle, and if I look down here, I don't see anything that we could attach it to. And here on the sides, we cannot use any lift arm here on the side, because onto this we are going to basically pin with these here. We're gonna pin the door frames, or the glass, basically. So that's a tricky situation. We have nothing to hold it in place other than hopes and dreams, and it's not good enough for me. If we lift this up, yeah, it's not quite one stud, the gap here. I mean, a gray lift arm would be fine, but it has nothing, nowhere to go. Or no, it doesn't have. It has nowhere to go. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the Ford logo is a nice touch, because I like the part that we are gonna use for the logo, but it's not a necessity. Yeah, that's true. That's true. We don't need the part here. We just want to have it. And in the extreme case, we could use a white this, and just stick it like on like that, but it's not a priority, so I'm not thinking about it. What I'm thinking about, of course, is the way to fix this into place. Whether we fix it here, Or we can do some magic by replacing the entirety of this with the thin lift arms with axle holes, and then use an axle here, and use connectors or something to fix it here. So it wouldn't be supported anywhere here, rather than it would be supported on the axle here. The question now again is, do these parts exist in white? Do they exist in white? If so, we could replace these here with those. Have an axle hole here, an axle here. That would be a possibility. Do they exist in white? Because then we could use them like this. See, and use the axle hole here. And it would be a lot easier to then create something here, because we can use the whole width, not limited. Then we can use the whole width to have, okay, and have something on the axle here that's gonna hold this in place, and this is not gonna be difficult. That shouldn't be too difficult. There's plenty of mounting opportunities here. We can even shift this to the left, have a gap here. We should probably, yeah, we should do that to get rid of, oh come on, what? So we should do this. At the same time, yeah, that's not a problem. But at the same time, you know, I would probably want, you know, something like this to create the angle, but this particular combination isn't gonna happen. See, then we can adjust the angle here somehow. I mean, not with this, but I'm sure we can find a combination that works. Exists in white. Perfect. Excellent. Oh, okay, I was too generous. Okay. What if this is perfect? Okay. Okay. What if we are lucky? Are we lucky? Are we that lucky? Is this the perfect angle? Let's see. rear two sets. God damn it. Okay, but I mean, we can use the same white triangles, They work the same. There's room for them here. Or are the white triangles in rare sets as well? If we use these and these in white here, like that, are those in rare sets as well? Perfect. Holy shit. Would you imagine that? The angle is absolutely perfect. Oh my lord. That is rare. That needs to be celebrated. Very, very nice. Triangle four sets. Okay, I mean that's not true. That's not that rare then. So it should be fairly common. Or are those sets rare as well? I mean, they can be four sets, but if they were sold in small numbers, not available, we have a problem again. I guess the rare parts are parts that are hard to come by. So if they are not available in sufficient quantities or are extremely expensive, that's probably my definition of a rare part. There we go. Nice grill. Perfect. Perfect. Look at this. Look at this. It's I love it. So much potential. Nicely stable. Yeah. This is it. Perfect. And of course, these are going to be white, obviously. So it's all gonna blend in nicely. Very, very good. I mean, from the front, even though we don't have headlights, it's already recognizable. And well, as for the lights, I don't know. First, I need the windows here, and then we are going to see how we're gonna mount the headlights. Yeah. And do I have one? No, I don't. Yeah, whatever. So let's recap what we have. Let's make a checklist. What we have, what we still need to do, and what needs work. So Obviously, I have not done anything to this side. In the front, hood is more or less a done deal. We need, of course, more panels here. This part here, I think Christian has found a nice piece that is gonna go in here. You know, do I have one? Yeah, some wedge. I think it's gonna be this part here. It's gonna go in here instead of this. I can just put it in. Something like that. So this is gonna go here. And I think we're gonna have 13 stud lift up here. Okay. Yeah, those I have on the Land Rover roof. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that's gonna be the end of the hood here. Or maybe not, because well, one problem that these here create is that the hood cannot be lifted up far enough. So they basically block the hood here. What we are going to do is that we're gonna shift them one stud further in, and then it's gonna be fine. Here, and we're gonna use a lift arm that's a little bit shorter. There. Now it's fine. Now the hood opens up far enough. Yeah. Opens up far enough. Okay. So headlights, obviously, we need to do once we have the headlights and the full. Sorry. Once we have the headlights and the full line of the hood, then we are going to create the fender, because we really need all of those edges here to properly engineer this. I am still not sure about these. I don't want to use hoses because I think that they are a rare part. They are a rare part, and I would probably prefer flex axles with the connectors on them. Probably needs experimentation. Obviously, this I think is a very good idea. I like this a lot. This is gonna stay black, and the white part is gonna be the bricks here. Here I think the way the roof goes into the A-pillar is fine. It's actually a pretty good transition. there's really nothing. It looks clumsy because this is not white, of course, but it's gonna be fine. So the entire edge of the window is gonna remain black, and this part of the roof then is gonna be white. The sunroof is gonna remain black, but it's gonna be the only black thing on the roof. What else? The rocker panels. These parts, of course, are gonna be bricks. Uh, Basically slopes, or not slopes. What are they called? Wedges. I don't know, something. They are to be found on the Mustang, I think, and on the Porsche, I think. So they should be available in white. I hope. Going to the rear. The rear, I think it's gonna look pretty good. This once this is smooth, and once I order the pieces for the head for the rear lights, because this is all I have, so we don't have the other one. We need to tackle this transition here. Something needs to be done here that doesn't look like crap. I don't know what yet, but something. And the bumper here, I don't know. This part here, of course, needs to become part of the bumper. And the bumper, we need to make the rear bumper one unit, and it has to be removable. So re-engineering of this is gonna happen. One feature that we still need to add. I'm gonna order, those shock absorbers that close that can be closed fast and slowly open when released. Obviously, when we open the rear hatch, we want those shock absorbers to lift the hood, to lift the hatch. So I want the hatch to be lifted by those shock absorbers, and that's what we're gonna do. Like in a real car. That's obviously something we absolutely want. Other than that, if we move into the interior, uh, there's this. The tunnel is a horrible mess. What is Christian writing? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I should order those. Yeah, those are gonna be fine. So inside the tunnel, this part here is basically crap. It's non as if it doesn't exist. It I don't know if it's structural or not. Probably a little bit, but it looks crap. Needs to be revamped. Next thing that we need to do, gearbox. So I want this car to have a 2-speed gearbox, so a low and a high gear that's gonna sit in here. And obviously we need to develop the gearbox to see at which height it needs to be, what its width is, how it's compatible with the inline 3 and the inline 4 engine, so the LP power engines. Whatever electric motors we put in, they're gonna be compatible anyway, and of course a shifter is gonna be here. And then of course we need to make a dashboard that looks like a Sierra, and the seats. And what else are we missing here? Rear suspension is probably fine. Needs some fine tuning, but otherwise it's okay. Front suspension is also okay-ish. And we'll see here in the front what the gearbox is gonna say. Since only going to be a 2-speed gearbox without reverse, should be simple, but it has to be heavy duty. So it has to be probably gonna be housed inside of the frames, or maybe not because this is too high. In the event, yeah, maybe what we can do, we can shift this frame up to house the gearbox if necessary. Of course, this is just an idea. Maybe we can use these instead of vertically like that. We can of course use them like this, so the gearbox would be inside of this container. So in here would be the gearbox, and then we slot it in here. That would be ideal. And maybe depending on the size of the gearbox, we can omit this frame here and make something better with attaching the middle reinforcement to the pins here, so that we get rid of this and make the tunnel a little bit lower. You know, the less intrusive the drivetrain is in the car, the more realistic it is, essentially. Here in the back, so when we use some batteries or something, there's like a huge amount of space here. See how deep this is? It's 5 studs deep. 5 studs deep. So all of this is going to be empty space that's perfect for housing batteries. Battery boxes, a lot of them fit here. And of course, at the same time, the engines are going to be in the front, batteries in the back, and it's going to balance the car. At the same time, the trunk is empty, so you don't see anything. And bonus, if we use pneumatic engines, the trunk is like huge. It goes through, and we can use airsoft tanks to power the engines. Something to think about. So this car really is the perfect successor to the Mustang, to the LP Power Mustang, because it has all of the things that the Mustang didn't have. The Mustang was developed in a completely different era. The LP Power Mustang, of course, not the real car. We're talking about the LP Power Mustang, and I did not take any of this into consideration. And of course, since being made out of bricks, it's limited. We have much more freedom here with the lift arms. So studless building is really superior to the classic bricks. Anyway, this is it for today. I think we are progressing nicely. The car does not look as if we are doing this, but imagine all of this being already covered in bricks, in just as on this side, on that side. Imagine the missing panels that we know have to be there, and it's pretty substantial already. I did never do this with the airsoft, with the paintball tanks in the Mustang, because first of all, there was no room for them, and second, the there was no proper remote control stuff back then, but today there is. Today we have the Buick stuff. Everything can be controlled via phone. Um, we have so many electric motors that can be attached to those controllers, uh, and the functions can then be controlled via app or whatever. And the airsoft paintball tanks need a specific motor that opens the valve, for the air to be let out. So, you know, um, nowadays we have the technology to do this, and we should. I promise we are going to make this car LP powered with airsoft and remote controlled. Maybe not in this year, but since this is the future test car of LP power, all of the drivetrain configurations are going to be tested in here, uh, without the need to modify the car. Well, maybe some drivetrains or engines will require us to remove the hood, because they're going to be too high or whatever. But that's not important. Um, but the interior is roomy enough and spacious enough to house whatever we desire to put in. That's the idea behind the Sierra. It's the perfect test vehicle for us, and we are going to make good use of it. First, of course, the Chiron drivetrain is gonna be tested in here. So basically, the Buick stuff that I'm gonna buy for the Audi and the Chiron, we're gonna put in the Sierra first and see how it performs, to get the feel of, I have to get the feel of what power it produces, where it breaks parts, how fast it goes, and so on. Yeah, I mean, the Sierra is probably gonna be a car with mostly small cylinder engines, um, simply because they take less space. Because the inline three is already pushing the limits of this, height wise, of course, just height wise. Length wise, it's no issue, and width wise as well. But height wise, the inline three is a little bit too high, I guess. We'll see. Probably gonna require a power bulge here on the hood. Does get just the engine stops here. So any engine that's in the car is reaching no further than here, because this is the suspension bridge, and the inline 4 and the inline 3 both end here. So, I mean, the inline 4 fits without any modification. It's just a straight swap. Inline 3, I think it's one stud too high. But we are gonna get the opportunity to test both engines in the car and judge, which engine performs better. All this is to come in the future. So, I mean, in the summer there are gonna be a lot of videos with the car driving outside. So expect mayhem and destruction. So our bumper is gonna be testing the limits of the car. One good part of studless is that when the car crashes, the catastrophic failures that the Mustang had won't happen. So obviously there the bricks fell apart on each side because they were just pinned in by these. So this is not going to happen here. But of course, since this is a unibody, what we are going to experience when the car crashes, inevitably, the force that pushes in here You see, it's gonna transfer all the way into the roof and into the body, and it's gonna, I don't know what's gonna happen, where the weak point is, where it's gonna pull everything apart. We're gonna find, I mean, not deliberately, of course, but inevitably we're gonna find out when the car crashes, and what's gonna break, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Small V8 would be cool, I guess, but we need to figure out if we can fit the V into the car. It's not just the V, of course. When developing a two-cylinder V8 engine, basically you develop a V2, a V engine, basically of just two cylinders, so just one section, and see if it fits in here with all of the camshafts, valves, and whatever, and then you make the whole engine, because the length is known. We know how long it's gonna be. Even the small cylinder V8 is gonna be 15 studs long. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, that's it for today. I see you on Monday in the next stream. On Monday, what we're gonna do is probably, since we're still gonna be waiting for parts, we are going to re-engineer the middle tunnel, at least the rear section, to see if we can make it sturdier. And we're gonna do the rear bumper to see if we can make it one piece, so one removable piece. So that's the plan for Monday. And then, we're gonna see. The next stream is probably gonna be on, just like this week, on Tuesday, and then on Friday again. So that's the schedule. Yeah, and I see you on Monday. Thanks for watching. Do check out the charger video if you haven't. There's gonna be pictures of the charger down in the description of the charger video as well. I'm gonna edit it to include the link. And that's it. See you on Monday.